Hey, hey, Frankie Day here for Frankie Day Models. Okay, for this gorgeous, beautiful Monday, takes my day off. This is video number 4. I'm going to turn to it. It's pretty good, pretty much all day yesterday. When I got off work, hull's been sanded down. I got both sides all sanded down, ready in preparation for the fiberglass. And you remember that fiberglass sheath thing that I showed you? Well, I showed you on video 1, I think it was 2. Whatever it was, past videos. Anyway, I went here and cut some nice strips out of it, nice and gingerly. That stuff frayed the stretches and loses its form and everything. So you gotta be very careful handling fiberglass, especially when you're cutting it out. You gotta have a nice, good pair of scissors. I use a single edge razor. Lay it on a nice plain glass surface, make sure it's fine. Use a rule. You got a long rule as a guide. Just it's all done. So you want to make preparation of cutting strips of fiberglass first before you add any resin at all. If the resin gets your hand, that fiberglass gets your hand, it's a mess. And you just, So in preparation, it's better to cut them in section serves how you want it, and apply it out there. Then you can brush on the resin of your hull and lay these pieces on there like paper mache. Then brush in more resin. Dry. Sand well, spot out with spot and putty, like Mondo, and just prime, fill, just perfect hole, then you go ahead and prime and paint. A lot of preparation with these things, guys. It's a lot of work. This is kind of if a guy really wants to build a model, gets tired of farting around with plastic all the time and stuff, and wants to find something that's challenging, these old building kits they'll put you to the test. Trust me, they really will. This is an old kit. I bought this many years ago at the ship store when I was in the Navy. I think it's 1960 when I got this thing. 1960. I can't remember the cost of it. I think maybe it might have been $18 or $20 somewhere around there. And I got the fittings as well too. It took about 9 weeks to go all the way from Denmark to the Fleet Post Office en route to my duty station. At the time was USS Oxford. AGTR-1. Okay, a lot has been done since video 3. Both sides of the hull was sanded down. I went ahead and on the starboard side I sanded the whole block on the stern section, so it came out just like the port side did, and it's all spotted out. You can see it's all sanded and smooth, and I'll go ahead and do preparation of the fiberglass in the hull, which I'll probably do that I might do that tonight, because the rest of the week it's changing to the weather forecast. Supposed to get in the 90s. Another heat blast coming through. So you want to do none of this stuff when it's 90 degrees outside. Oh, sweat, fiberglass, make excellent bedfellows. You'd be scratching and digging. So you want to do it on a cool day or a place where you got a finished basement somewhere where you'd be able to, or a garage somewhere where you keep the fumes and everything. A shop. Mine's outside. Okay. Another things I've been constructing inside the bag. We give you all these little fittings here. They've already been made already. They always come in bags. All these little fittings, but they got these built. Cut butts off another wood stock built to make the finished product, since I got right here, as I have prepared for you. So I had to cut them out, and I had to add skylights to it and everything. These are all the deck furniture that goes on top of my deck. So I played the cards pretty well right. So what I did, I went ahead and just, while it was hot outside, when I couldn't sand the hull, I said, well, hell, just move on with it. Go to the superstructure. That's what I did. What I've done. Okay, I put this nasty cigar down. Let me pull up the overhead here. I sanded down all this down using a. Make sure you use a straight filing. I use this file board here. It works pretty well. Or you can use a piece of a piece of small lumber, 1 by lumber or something like that, and glue sandpaper. Make sure you use a side of it. It works better that way, guys. Like Bill's saying, one who uses a sandpaper with your bare hands loses mark of an amateur. So you got to be able to use something flat while you sand it. That's what I've done here. This removal here, I got to drill some holes here to allow lighting inside of this pilot light here, pilot house here. Aft, I got the ventilator system all cut out and done. I got the skylight done. I thought that was gray. To my delight, to my luck, I got on the internet. I found the ELBE-1. It's all buff. So I got buff paint. No big problem. That gray serves like a primer anyway. No big deal. I assumed at the time it was gray because of the machinery part. So you got to realize, I'm finally realizing this thing's a German Lightship. This is an American Lightship. Their paint schedules are entirely different opposed to ours. Like we use deck gray for deck, and for their decking they use green or reds or red oxide or whatever there is. In this case, I found out the paint schedule on the deck on this thing is green. On the one they have now. Now you got to remember now, the one that they have in Germany right now, Burgermeister Oswald, where it's at, and it's green. But this here is this thing was launched in 1943. So back in those days, the paint schedule was pretty different back in those days. So the forecastle deck area on this thing is probably red oxide. These are buff, so ain't no big deal. I just tacky cemented on there, see how it looks. Came out pretty good. When I gave a coat of more shellac on here, it's always good to lacquer this thing. I use polyurethane. It's good stuff. I let it dry. I think I put about 4 coats on this. I did it very liberally and by using a large brush, a big white one. Big white one. I'll pick this thing up so tired right here. Just give you a little. So I like this how they got this design right here where this whole cylinder comes up for radio control. That's how I designed it with the model. Ho ho ho! Santa Claus. It's starting to look pretty good now, fellas. It'll look like a Lightship in it. So I get it all sanded. This is all sanded down. It's ready for fiberglass. Just set it over here. I was thinking at first that using all that fiberglass I could resin. Well, you can do that. You really can. The thing about it is you lose your fiberglass somehow makes it very strong. Very strong. Also went to storage. I found another building tip I had. Remember years ago when I made my videos, I tell you guys I had these all my boxes. I've got these boxes are turning out to be treasure troves to me. Because I had these things for decades and decades and decades and decades on end. And during the passage of time, of all that time, out of sight, out of mind. This is like Christmas to me. I bought this too back in 1960. Yeah, get this darn thing. Box off here. This is the old crabbing cutter by Billings. I paid, this kit cost $9.95. And I got the fittings for it too. This is a nice crab boat, Danish crab boat. This thing was, when I came out, pulled it out of the box, opened up the contents of this thing, it's fresh as the day I bought it. This thing is at least almost 60 years old, like my ELBE-1 is. So that's one hell of a treasure trove for me. So anyway, I'm gonna be concentrating on these fittings. Since I got the hole down, the hole all sanded in preparation for fiberglass, I gotta figure out and the best time to fiberglass this thing. Supposed to get 85 degrees out here, so I can get warm out here right now. And I don't want to go out there in the warm. So I think the best thing to do this thing is in the morning. So I think I'm going to fiberglass this in the morning. Beat the heat. I'm off tomorrow too, so I'll probably get up about 5 o'clock in the morning, have a cup of coffee and a bowl of oats, and turn to continue ships work. Next video will come up. This hole will be fiberglassed. Copy here, all the fittings will be on, all the old deck pillars should be on there. Also, with fittings coming out of the fitting box. So it'll be like a treat for me and a treat for you. Okay, this is it for me. This is it for the mighty Lightship ELBE-1, the Billings 175 scale. Okay, guys, like I say, these Billings kits, their earlier kits like these here are very crude. I mean, crude, rude, crude, impolite, no matter how you want to put it. You have to have patience of an oyster to be able to tackle his task while carrying into something station like this. And they're not that bad. You just got to get around their thinking process, how to design the kit. They go together very well. The only complaints about their kits is now in general, the old kits, is the wood splits too much. That's why I say when you turn the side down, when you turn the printed side of the sheet, put it down, you can apply this glue on here. Make sure it's completely coated with nice glue on there. And lay like typing paper across it. Let it dry. Best thing I do is get yourself some tape. Masking tape works really wonderful. It sticks very well. Glue it in the back. Like I say, when you cut these pieces out, but splits, it's not going to go nowhere. It's there in its entirety. It's not going to go nowhere. So that's how you get around the splitting action. Number 2, don't be bashful. Get one of these jobs. I get some sorted blades for these. I have here, my gosh. With a saw. Real fine ones. So I'm going to take this, is a little heavy. I'm going to take this off and replace it with this one right here. It worked a lot better than the big scroll saw I got behind me. Because that scroll saw goes like that, it makes a reverberation. Remember telling about these parts splitting? They go like that, the part will split. It'll be ruined right before your eyes. So this is the answer and the solution. So get one of these. I got those at Harbor Freight. I think it'd be $5 for it. A steal of a deal. Harbor Freight's got some good cheap tools that last a long time, and you just keep going back and getting more and more and more of them. It's Harbor Freight, so don't be bashful. Go there. They got some good stuff there. Okay, this is it for me. This is it for the ELBE-1. I'm gonna get back on here. I gotta mix some butt paint up and start getting all these little fittings going on, because later on when I go sailing, I'll take my Carol Moran tug by Dumas. I'm gonna take it out for a sail today. I'm gonna take down the middle run. I want to check a couple ponds out here. They're pretty nasty, so I ain't gonna take it out there. So middle run's that's the place I'm gonna go. Okay, make mama happy. Take care of the little ones, and please stay cool, because the heat's now getting started. 85 degrees days, this is going to be a pump starter. Tomorrow, 93, with out here in Ohio, all the humidity we've been getting and crap. Hot. So, put a cover on, we got the sun, be careful out there, don't stay out there too long. And happy modeling, and get yourself a couple kits to work on. That'll cool you down a little bit. And God bless you all. Thank you very much for your wonderful candor and wonderful comments and views. I'm kind of sorry I'm kind of taking another route in my modeling because, you know, I like getting some of these things built before it's time to go, you know. And seeing this here, just say it's summertime, it's time for me to build some models. So I should have this thing done probably another about 2 months. I'd say about 2 months, this thing is probably finished. I'll get about 20 videos out of it. So this video 4, and it just keeps going on and on and on. It gets better and better all the time. It gets better for you, and it sure gets better for the ELBE-1. Okay, I'm out of here, guys. So take a day off. Enjoy Mother Nature's wonderful, wonderful, beautiful day that she gave us. And be very joyous. And smile. And don't worry, guys. With prayer and God in view, and God knows these things, we'll get things straightened out to get this country rocking and rolling like it used to be. You just got a bad flu. It needs an enema. We'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. God bless you all.